Hello everybody, my name is Nathan, and I am the man with a cartoon obsession. It's a brand new year, and if you haven't watched my channel update for 2022 video, I suggest you do so, because I mentioned some changes that will be taking place. A change that I didn't mention was my new microphone. I've been using a headset mic for the longest time, so now that I have an actual microphone, I'm still getting used to it. I'm also still playing around with the settings, so if the audio sounds a little weird, bear with me. And also, feel free to give me some feedback and or help, since technology isn't my forte. Anyway, you guys are here to watch my first video of 2022, and I'm going to talk about a brand new cartoon. Before we get into that though, I would greatly appreciate it if you could take just a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more animation related content. I've talked about We Bare Bears on the channel a couple times, and I love that show. Since the original series ended and there was a TV movie to conclude everything, naturally we had to get a spin-off. I only do the worth watching series for shows that I'm truly mixed on heading into them, hence why so far I've only tackled spin-offs or prequels/sequels in this series. This is a show that I was mixed on the idea of heading into it. The show is brand new and still going, but I've watched enough to form an opinion. Therefore, today I'm going to try and answer the question, is We Baby Bears worth watching? We Baby Bears follows Grizz, Panda, and Ice Bear as cubs on their journey to many different lands to find a new home. There have been a number of We Bare Bears episodes that showed the bears as cubs and explored their journey and how they found their cave. This show takes a slightly different route. Instead of walking or catching rides, they wish upon a star, which turns out to be a magic star, that attaches itself to their box. The box then gains the ability to transport the cubs to different lands. This is what made me skeptical of We Baby Bears. I'm not going to say that the original series is completely realistic for obvious reasons, but magic doesn't exist in that show to my knowledge. That kinda changes the universe and origin story of the bears, unless We Baby Bears takes place in a separate universe. Now, the origin story being changed or magic being introduced aren't necessarily bad things, it just depends how those aspects are utilized. Honestly, I think the magic traveling box makes the journeys fun. We're introduced to a bunch of new worlds and new creatures that, to my knowledge, don't exist in the original show. Plus, to me, they don't feel all that out of place. I thought they would at first, but the more I thought about it, I also thought that since this is a show that revolves around younger characters, their imaginations may play a factor. That hasn't been confirmed, that's just a theory I have. Even without that theory, I still find enjoyment in these new places and characters. That's also the only big change in this show. There are some smaller changes as well. For one thing, there's a slight redesign of the cubs, and I like it. It's noticeable enough to stand out, but subtle enough not to be distracting. The other small change is that this show has a narrator, who is voiced by Dimitri Martin, the voice of Adult Ice Bear. The narrator is an interesting touch, but he only speaks at the beginning and ending of each episode. He offers some funny lines regardless. Other than these changes, the show's formula is pretty similar to We Bare Bears, almost identical, even down to the musical montages. The bear trio is the same as well, personality-wise. Grizz is still the confident leader, Panda is still the lovable, meek, anime-loving, phone-obsessed softie, and Ice Bear is still the stoic, actions-speak-louder-than-words type. Speaking of Ice Bear, I wonder where this show takes place in the timeline, because he can talk, and I don't remember him talking in any of the original series Cub episodes, unless I'm forgetting something, or again, unless it's a separate universe. Either way, I personally think he talks just a little too much, but his deadpan delivery and his non-sequiturs are still enjoyable. Naturally, there are some callbacks to the original series, which I got a kick out of. I really like the intro, outro, and title cards. They're colorful and vibrant, with a great overall aesthetic. This is kind of connected and kind of off topic, but there's also a whole music video for the theme song, performed by the K-pop group Tribe. Cartoon Network never shows music videos for their programs anymore, so I really enjoyed seeing that, even if the song itself is just okay. Back on topic, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm getting older, or if it's the show itself, but this just doesn't have the same charm as the original. It's still charming, just not as much. Granted, the original show set that bar pretty high, and it's not like this show is void of charm and personality. For example, We Baby Bears may be targeted towards a slightly younger demographic, but it has a lot of jokes that kids may not understand. which is common for kids' cartoons, of course, but it never gets old. As a whole, is We Baby Bears worth watching? I would say yes, but it may help to keep thoughts of the original show on the side. This series doesn't look like it's going to completely change everything about We Bare Bears from a character standpoint. The journey is different and there's a new magic element in play, but I think if you keep an open mind, you can have fun with this show. If you're looking for something that's exactly like the Cub episodes from the original series, you may be disappointed. So far, We Baby Bears hasn't had the world building or emotion that those episodes had. It's possible that could change, but I think this show's going for a different vibe altogether, and that's okay with me. Spin-offs that show the characters as babies or little kids are hit or miss, but this one is surprisingly enjoyable. I'm not going to lie, I was a little worried about We Baby Bears, like I mentioned, but I actually like it, and I'm curious to see where it will go.
What's that?
This is a painting.
No, I mean, what's that?
Oh, that's the castle.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you have any other cartoons, anime, or other animated works that you want me to talk about in the future, please let me know. After all, it's not my channel, it's our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to check out my social media pages, audition for an outro, and join the official Cartoon Obsession Discord, the links for all of which are in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
I'm Paradot, and thank you for watching Cartoon Obsession.